This is Sifu, the martial arts masterpiece I've been meaning to play for a while. So I did, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Sifu is a game about revenge for... crud, I'm getting ahead of myself again. As a child, you witness your father getting murdered by a gang of ruthless but admittedly very cool thugs. They off your Sifu, steal his treasure, give you a Shaolin necktie, and leave you for dead. But luckily, your magic coin necklace belt thing brings you back to life and leaves you alone to train for many years and go off to seek revenge. In a story that appears to be very heavily cribbed from Kill Bill, but that movie was awesome, so I'll roll with it. First stop was off to the slums to go sort out the machete guy who slit my throat. Dick move, dude. I have to say, I really like the level design. There's a ton of detail here, it's got a lot of character. It's hard to make a level that's very linear, that doesn't really feel like it, that still feels like a real space, you know? Mostly, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of areas that are kind of conspicuously blocked off, but still, props to the team. I guess when your game only has like 5 levels, they have to put a lot of polish into them, but I appreciate it. It was a good place to cut my teeth, sort of learn my combat skills. Brutalizing junkies feels a little bad, but I do need to warm up. What are you gonna do? Of course, I'm still a novice, so I pretty quickly got my ass handed to me. I mean, I figured I wasn't invincible, but that was still a little more realistic than I was expecting. And that's where I guess we should talk about the game's dying mechanics. Because if you play this, you're gonna be doing that a lot. I sure did. So every time you die, you come back to life. I mean, obviously it's a video game, that's how it works, but I mean, every time you do, you get a little older. You spend your years to get another crack at vengeance, and the more you die, the more years you get, until, if you really suck, as I do, you might wind up old and gray and still trying to scrap it out. But still, a second chance is a second chance, or third chance, or fourth chance, and boy did I need every one of those chances, because as it turns out, martial arts are hard. In real life, probably, but in this game especially, I think this might be harder than learning actual kung fu. Good lord. I should have been taking notes during the tutorial. I didn't think I was going to get tested on this so quickly. Luckily, you don't have to do everything with your bare hands. There's weapons everywhere, bottles, sticks, what have you. You know what they say, the best way to win a fistfight is with a weapon. You need every edge you can get. If people are going to jump you 5 at a time, you are well within your rights to throw a bottle in someone's face. I might be a novice at kung fu, but I am a grandmaster black belt at swinging a crowbar. Luckily, you can actually learn things after a while. There are leveling mechanics. My father was a great man. Now he is a tree. You do gain EXP that you can invest into skills, temporarily at first, but if you train in them enough, you can learn them permanently. You take a lot of blows to the head in this game. You don't learn things so good, I guess, so a little repetition is necessary to really drill it in there. But once you unlock it for good, you unlock it for good. I learned a few things about this place as I went further in. There's some kind of operation involving purple flowers going on here, which... I mean, come on. Can we just have them use real drugs? Is this a raiding thing? You have all these people cooking what is clearly opium or something. What are we doing here? Disrupting the operations of the menacing purple flower gang, I guess. Woo. I also learned that just being a big old fat guy is enough to make you a match for a master martial artist, so that's cool. That's great. All these years of training, I could have just been eating.
Shame, I'll have to throw you back through it.
Why don't you throw a salad down your throat, you tubby... Anyway, eventually I made it to the boss. And boy was that a learning experience. That was a real kick in the teeth, and I mean that quite literally. This dude has some legs on him. But I stuck it out, trucked away, and eventually beat my way through. Only dying once or twice or 6 or 7 times, and ending about as old as you can possibly get before the next one kills you.
I have spent 8 long years preparing for this.
Yeah, 8 years, sure, that's how long it's been. I mean, who's counting, right? In hindsight, that maybe should have been my first clue that I didn't have the skills I needed just yet, but a win is a win, I thought, and so I went off to the next area, the club. Turns out the club doesn't like old dudes creeping around the place, so they pretty quickly showed me the door.
Any regrets now?
Yeah, didn't last so long this time. And it was then that I realized, oh, you're supposed to beat this in one life, aren't you? I mean, one lifespan. You know what I mean. I told you how the mechanics work. Okay, so we're just gonna have to Groundhog Day this mother, aren't we? Once I realized that, yeah, I figured I would go back to the first level to try to up my skills, I was still not getting the hang of this. You can dodge attacks, sidestep attacks, or parry, but I can never, for the life of me, tell which one is coming my way, so every fight feels less like a martial arts simulator and more like a never-ending game of rock, paper, scissors. Still, I was improving. I managed to beat the feral bamboo man again without spending my entire lifespan. Managed to make it back to the club age 37. Now that's okay, they'll still let you in at that age. You just gotta dress sharp, you know, look like you have some money. I don't know why I'm talking like I know. I've never been clubbing in my life. Once again though, props to the level designers. This is a place I would like to visit in real life. Like, man, you actually had to design a real-ass nightclub to get a place that looks like this. This is groovin', man. I just want to hang out, have a few drinks, but, you know, I guess I gotta kick everyone's teeth in. I'm here on a mission. What are you gonna do? Sorry, guys. But this is where the game really steps it up. You know a place means business when they got two fat guys guarding the door. And yeah, I was really in over my head on this one. Once I got taken out by a couple of skinny chicks who could really throw hands, I decided to give the quest to Revenge a rest. Maybe it's for the best, you know? Revenge is a dish best not completed. I forget what the saying is or what that was supposed to mean. Maybe I'm better off this way. I mean, I don't even know if the people I'm hunting are evil. I mean, sure, they murdered my father, and the whole child throat-slitting thing isn't a good look, but you shouldn't judge people on first impressions alone. We've barely even met these guys. And hey, maybe your teacher was a dick, or he owed them money or something. Maybe he ran up too big a tab at the club. Maybe these guys are doing good stuff on the side. These purple flowers could cure cancer or something. You don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm ready to shelve it for now until I feel the urge for vengeance again. Or I guess if enough people want to see another video. All in all, I liked it. It's challenging in a fun way. I guess it feels mostly like a fighting game. Not that I would know, I barely play them, which would explain why I'm so bad at this game. Sort of a blind spot, but hey, you know, we all have our gaming blind spots, don't we? All have our genres that we're not quite up to snuff on. It's just the reality of it, you can't play everything. And I'm not one to back away from a challenge. I beat Devil May Cry, I've beaten Sekiro, I'll beat this in time if I really want to. I'm confident in that. But that'll have to happen another day. Anyway, that's how Sifu was. Good game, highly recommend, at least from what I saw. You've seen me play. If you got any tips for me, I'd appreciate them, or if you have some thoughts about the games yourself, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this video's done. Why not watch another one?